Hey everybody, I just wanted to make a really quick video about two fragrances, both from the house of Issey Miyake, that I was not able to find any information on. And the bottles intrigued me so much that I had to blind buy them. And I was waiting in anticipation and in anxiety about how they would smell or whether or not they were real, because they're not on Fragrantica. One of them, there's like zero information on the entire internet, and it was a release from the house of Issey Miyake. How is this even possible? I don't even know where to begin with this one, and this is why I'm probably making this video. It's another reason is that I'm calling out for help from anybody in the community that might actually know what the hell these fragrances are. And I'm going to show you the first one, and so there's a men's one and there's the women's one, and I'm going to spray them and talk about them. I'm just going to get my tester strips out. I have my craft paper, I have my arty paper, and I will test them out. I feel like I'm in play school. First, we're going to talk about this guy right here. I'm going to show you a close-up of the bottle. It's like so. This is the typical women's version of the L'Odyssée line. And this is called Issey Miyake L'Odyssée. If you can read that, L'Odyssée Relaxante. Relaxante. I don't know if there's an accent on the end of the E, but it certainly feels like there should be, or that's how it should be pronounced. To mark the occasion, I am wearing the summariest shirt I have. It is a short sleeve shirt. For the longest time, I thought anybody who wears a short sleeve shirt is a psycho, a la Michael Douglas in Falling Down. I don't know why. It just made short sleeve shirts iconic for people who were disgruntled and wanted to take a sawn off to resolve their situation. Until I started wearing this short sleeve shirt, and now everything is great. Just saying. This is a very old bottle. The only information I could find on it is that it was released in the year 2000. That's 25 years ago, almost 26 years ago. Boom! And I want to spray it on and tell you all about it because I was very excited because it says Relaxante. It's a very difficult atomizer. Ugh. Very powerful atomizer. This atomizer needs to Relaxante. Hey buddy, maybe you should just Relaxante. You know, I'm doing the commercial for it. It was a lot more fuller when I actually received it. I have used it a few times and it's just lovely. It's so nice. It's got like a suntan lotion kind of vibe to it with some striking, there's a bit of florals and some musks, just some creaminess, and I have no idea where that's coming from because again there's no note listing that I could find for this particular fragrance, so I am literally smelling blind. And it certainly doesn't smell like anything that I have in my wear-ection, and therefore it belongs there, which means I can wear it because it's different to everything else that I own. It might be very similar to other feminine fragrances, which I probably don't have as much experience with, especially ones with a suntan lotion kind of vibe, like the ones that were in those brown bottles, Le Tan or something like that. It's like coconut reef, something like that. That's kind of what it smells like. And the muskiness of it is actually giving me like the lotion on hot skin. It places the lotion in the basket. No, it doesn't. It places it on hot skin at the beach whilst you are doing some relaxanteing. Really, really nice, man. I don't know anything about this scent. Do you know anything about this scent? If you do, please comment. Please comment and let me know. I want to know more about this and why it doesn't exist on Fragrantica. Why not? It's a release. Oh yeah, lovely florals actually. What is that, frangipani? Super nice. Super nice. I don't understand. What the hell? And the second one is the men's one. And this one looks like this. It is a summer flanker of l'Odyssée pour homme. Now this, what does it say? It says, refreshing, invigorating and stimulating summer eau de toilette. And this one is also a BPI bottle. So, you know, it's not a new thing. I'm guessing it's going to be like in the early 2000s. It's the summer eau de toilette. And this one's got a problem with the lid because the thing stays on it. And you just have to pry it off. This thing came off. So I just put him back like so. And there's the bottle, and it's practically full. It is a full 125 ml. And I think the women's one was a 100 ml. There you go. Let's spray this guy on. Again, a very powerful atomizer. This one is a very, very herbaceous affair. It's like there's like a rosemary. That is rosemary. It's rosemary, maybe even cypress. Very green. Yeah, very green. Like a thuja. Like the leaf of a thuja. You know, pine. The not the needles, but the actual. I'll put a picture up of it. The thuja variety of pine. You can like break it off. You can smell it, and it's like that. But once the opening fades, which was actually very, very quick, the original l'Odyssée pour homme is behind it. The original l'Odyssée pour homme is behind it. That's a win. Because the original l'Odyssée pour homme is amazing. The new one sucks. I tell you what, I bought a bottle of l'Odyssée pour homme earlier in the year of 2025, around March, because I was just nearby and I was like, the nostalgia got me, and so I bought it. It was a good price, and I have almost finished. There's probably about 20 mils left in that big bottle, and the reason why it's almost finished is because the performance is lacking, number one, and number two, it just doesn't smell that great. Like it gives you vibes of like, oh yeah, this was l'Odyssée pour homme, I think, until very recently I acquired this. Hold on. Oh, so good having this in the wear-ection. This is the original l'Odyssée pour homme. You can see the batch code is right there. And from the sticker on the bottom, you can tell what country I actually picked this up from. Yes. Hi. Domo arigato. Hi. This I gotta put on another tester strip somewhere. And the reason I'm putting them on tester strips is because I'm wearing something else tonight. And I did that in the previous video, and somebody said it would be good if you let me know what it is that you're wearing while making the video. I will tell you what I'm wearing. I'll actually show you what I'm wearing as well. I am wearing Lira by Xerjov/Casamorati. Very, very lovely. A gourmandy vanilla. Who knew Raff wears that thing? Well, he does. It's actually really nice. And it's an after shower kind of scent, I feel, for me, because it's very relaxing. It's very relaxing. Not as relaxing as the Relaxante. That is really relaxing. But yeah, I was going to spray the l'Odyssée. Oh yeah. That's the stuff. Oh my God, man. Like, it's so different. Even though this bottle is probably pushing like 30 years old now. Probably. This is most likely a 1990s bottle because of a couple of things. Because, first of all, the batch code, which I showed you before, and then the other bit that you need to know is the writing on the bottle itself. It's got the L'eau d'Issey. It's got Pour Homme on the second line, and then it's got Issey Miyake on the third line, and it's got Eau de Toilette at the bottom of the bottle. That's how you know. They've changed it up a few times over the course of the years, and the new ones don't look like this, especially if you don't have the box. If you have the boxes obviously look different, but if you only have the bottle, that's the stuff. Fucking hell. When you spray this on, the original, it's almost fizzy. The yuzu is like a yuzu soda. It's fizzy. It's alive. It's, and I hate to use this word, effervescent, but that's the only word I have in my lexicon. It is unforgiving. Unforgiving. That is good. And when I wore it, it lasted well over 12 hours. I'm telling you, I remember Issey Miyake's Pour Homme being an absolute beast. Like 2-3 sprays was enough, especially because you wore it out in the summertime, but it was a summertime performer. It was really, really good. And the floral heart wasn't as prominent. That yuzu stayed with you and it got dry. The yuzu got dry, whatever that means. Going back to the Relaxante. Oh man, so good. It's like you've put on a very summery girl's fragrance, a woman's fragrance, traditionally female fragrance. And then you've gone to the beach and you've applied lotion on the top and you've been baking in the sun. And now it's the evening and you haven't showered, but you're going out for a bite to eat. On the way back, you're all sun-kissed. There's dried sand on your parched skin and you are hungry. That is a very beachy smell. That is a very, very beachy scent. The men's one, it's kind of like you've been working in the garden and you've applied L'eau d'Issey. It's actually you've applied L'eau d'Issey, not the original. Actually, it dries down to the fresh version, which is this one. This one right here. Not as pungent though, but definitely it's a herbaceous take on the original L'eau d'Issey, but then it dries down to something in between the original L'eau d'Issey and the Eau Fraîcheur or the Eau Fraiche version. Now that I think about it, I actually have quite a few Issey Miyakes, and they're all L'eau d'Issey because why not? Because there's a lot of them. I did think about getting that new sel d'Issey, the salt one. That I thought was pretty good, and I think I like the Eau de Toilette better than the Eau de Parfum. There was a good deal going, but I didn't actually end up getting it, even though it's a really good summertime scent, I think, and a good performer, a very good interpretation of a salty fragrance without it being too harsh. But when compared to l'Odyssée, you really can't go past it. And it's many, 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 many flankers. Many, many, many. Okay. Yeah, this Relaxante is a winner. I don't know if any of the other women's summer flankers of l'Odyssée smell like this. I probably need to do a little bit of a deep dive, but I don't care because I've got a really cool, a really, really good fragrance. It almost reminds me of the Gucci Envy for women. It's got that like really easygoing sort of happy time vibe. And the bottle, the color of the bottle is really cool. Really cool. I like it. See the gradient. There you go. There's a couple of summer sort of flanker fragrances that I'd never heard of before. And if you have heard of these, either one of them, let me know in the comments, because I'd really love to know what the notes are in here, because they don't actually say anywhere on the bottle itself. There you have it. 2 unknown fragrances in this day and age from a very large designer house. It's almost comical that these don't actually exist in any of the databases. I wonder what else is missing that's out there that we are yet to find. Maybe you can let me know. And as always, thanks for watching.